Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. It's Mother's Day for May. It's our Mother's Day virtual class. This is kind of like, this is our Super Bowl when we think of Mother's Day for aromatherapy, because we just love taking care of our mamas out there. They really just, those are the people that give us life. And then also we want to just start the class by giving a moment of gratitude to our Mother Earth, our Mother Gaia, who created these beautiful plant products for us to enjoy and experience and make our lives better as well. So we just kind of give thanks to our Mother Earth for continuing to provide us with these beautiful plant products and our nature that we can rejuvenate ourselves in, and some beautiful food and nourishing food that we continue to get. So we want to take care of our Mother Earth, and our mothers as well. And one thing that we like to talk about with Aura Cacia and Frontier Co-op, we actually work with farmers directly all over the world, and we really make sure to have everything run as sustainably as possible. So we have an in-house sustainability program called Well Earth, and it's similar to fair trade. So if you've ever heard of fair trade, they work with a lot of spices and teas and coffees, which actually Frontier Co-op was the first company to get fair trade spices on the market, because we really believe in sustainability. So taking care of people and taking care of the planet is super important to us. And so with all of your purchases of Aura Cacia, you're helping farmers take care of the earth and to continue to thrive all over the world. So just wanted to give a note to that before we get started on our Mother's Day class. So tonight, we are actually making 3 amazing recipes to help take care of those mamas. These are going to be either great gifts for your Mother's Day, for any of your maternal figures in your life. Everybody has a different story, and maybe you don't have your mother with you anymore, or maybe you have a difficult relationship, and we want to honor that as well. And it could be a friend or another relative or anybody in your life that you just want to honor. And so this would be a great gift for them, or just for yourself as well. So we want to honor all of you and just take care of all of you as well. So our 3 recipes that we're doing is a morning room spray. This is just to help you get going in the morning. A lot of times moms just have to keep adulting. You have to wake up and do it again. And you're like, do I have to be a mom again in the morning, day after day? Well, hopefully this room spray will help you get going in the morning and just kind of reset and get your day started off right. And then we're going to switch to a nice cooling and soothing roll-on. So this roll-on will really help to soothe those hot emotions. If you have any young kids, there's a lot of tantrums and meltdowns sometimes. And you know what? Maybe you have those too, and that's totally okay. So we all need to be cooled down and soothed a little bit. And so we're making a roll-on that's going to be super soothing, both to the emotions, but it also has peppermint, and it has some really soothing German chamomile and blue tansy. This is just one of my favorite roll-ons to use for a lot of different uses. So we'll talk about that more. And then our last recipe is our scrub. Being a mom, you have to deal with a lot of sticky things. So this scrub will help wipe off all the sticky things, and also just take care of you and scrub off all that and do a little self-care at the end of the day. So kind of for all times of the day, we're taking care of those mamas with our recipes tonight. So let's get started. Okay, so our first one is our room spray with lavender and lemon. So what I did was already pre-fill my 2-ounce empty container, and you can get these empty containers on auracacia.com or in your local natural food store. And so I pre-filled it with just water already. And tap water is okay to use. Distilled water is best. So because essential oils are also distilled, they're steam distilled. When you steam distill water, it also takes out the bacteria that can easily grow with water. So it has a longer shelf life when you use distilled water versus tap water. And also, just one note on making your own products. When you have a water-based product like this, you do want to use it up within about a week or two. So really, once you make this, encourage either the person you're giving it to or yourself to really just take advantage and use it in your daily life for the next couple of weeks, and then you remake it. And because of that, because of the water in there, we're not actually really adding a preservative other than, you know, what's in our essential oils, but the essential oils will just kind of float on top. And so they don't mix together into the water to help eliminate that bacteria. And so we don't want to be spraying bacteria around. So that's just a note on DIY products containing water. You do want to use them up and reuse them. So little info for you just to keep you safe overall. But we're first adding 14 drops of lavender. So this is our lavender essential oil. And maybe you haven't used lavender before, and maybe you're a big fan of lavender. So lavender is a Lavandula angustifolia. That's that true calming lavender. It has those chemicals and those constituents that actually, like linalool and linalool acetate, I'm getting a little sciencey here, they actually change your brain waves to put you in a more meditative state. And we don't know, and that's great for calming ourselves down for a nighttime routine. But we maybe don't want that in the morning so much. We maybe want a little bit of that, but we also want to be invigorated a little bit more. And lavender is actually a hybrid species between lavender and spike lavender. So spike lavender actually is a very tall plant that grows about 6 feet tall, and it's very camphorous. So it almost has that eucalyptus or menthol kind of aroma. So it's very refreshing and invigorating and actually awakening. And so that's the nice thing about lavender, is because it's the hybrid between the two lavenders, that it contains a little bit of both of those properties. So you get a little bit of calm in the morning, but then you get those awakening properties. So that's really perfect for a daytime calm. All right, so let's add our 14 drops. And again, we have our built-in dropper that I can easily count out the drops, and I don't need to shake it at all. All right, there's our lavender. And then we're gonna add 22 drops of our lemon. And I love lemon in the morning or any time of day. It's that super brightening, refreshing aroma that just reminds you of summertime, and just I instantly put myself in a good mood when I smell lemon. It's just that bright aroma that just smells fresh, and it just makes you feel ready to go. So that's one of my favorite morning time ones. So this is a great one to add, and we're adding 22 drops of lemon. And that one comes out pretty quick. And you can see the different viscosity levels of the essential oils. Once we get to our patchouli at the end, we might be waiting a while. So um, that's all there is. It's just two essential oils mixed together with water. We're going to shake it thoroughly. All right. And again, I did see a note on preserving it. If you do want to preserve it a little bit, you can, this is great to add a little bit of something else like vegetable glycerin. That'll help emulsify things a little bit more, even a little bit of a skincare oil. Or again, somebody recommended alcohol as well. All great choices if you want to put that into your room spray to help it preserve a little bit longer. So shake it well, and then it's ready to go. And you can spray it. You want to be mindful of spraying it directly into your eyes, but I definitely love to spray it on myself and breathe that in. And I just love that aroma. So I'm excited for you all to make that and give that away or keep it for yourself. Definitely. Use that in the morning. You can spray that all around, maybe as you're getting ready for the day. Maybe spray it around the bathroom just to refresh yourself as you're getting ready. Maybe even before you get out of bed, just keep it by your bed and just spray down, you know, into the air and down on yourself to just get you ready to go before you get out of bed. It's also great to keep at your workstation. So take it along with you at work whenever you need a little refresher and a pick-me-up, but then a little bit of moment of calm too because of that lavender. Okay, so here is our second recipe. Now we're getting into the soothing, cooling and soothing roll-on. So we're going to take our empty container. Again, you can just pick that up on auracacia.com or your natural food store. So this is a 0.33 ounce size. So it's really not a lot, but that's the great thing about essential oils, just a few drops, and it's super effective for our emotions and helping with our skincare as well. So what we're going to do first is add, it says about 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. So this is our fractionated coconut oil. We have that both in our conventional line and our certified organic line, whichever you prefer. We test every single one of our essential oils and carrier oils just to ensure it's 100% pure and there's nothing else in it except for what it is. And so fractionated coconut oil is super absorbent. So it works really well with our essential oils that you really want to get soaked into your skin, absorbed into your skin. So I'm just going to eyeball this one. You can measure it if you'd like, but it is about 1 tablespoon or so. And I measure to about the top of the label. And then I leave just a little bit of room for those essential oil drops. But again, we had 2 ounces to work with our essential oils in our dilution table or our dilution ratio. So that's why we had a lot of drops in here, but we only have 1/3 of an ounce in this. So we're adding a lot less drops because of that dilution ratio, but it's still going to be super effective. If you have a question about what our dilution ratio is, if you could look on the inside of every single bottle of Aura Cacia, we actually have a peel out label. And so this peel out label will show you that we have our dilution table on the inside of all of our bottles. We also have some quick tips and recipes and what it's good for and the aroma. So there's so much information on there, but that way you can open that up and see how many drops you should be adding to your facial care, your body care, your home cleaning, and diffusion as well. So that's a helpful little guide for you if you didn't know that already. Okay, so I have my coconut oil in there. We are going to first add 2 drops of blue tansy. So blue tansy, if you haven't heard of it, it has this lovely apple-like aroma. So it's a little bit sweet, a little Oh, I just love it. It's like a slight floral aroma, and it's called blue tansy because I don't know if you can see this beautiful blue color comes out. And that blue color is also found in our next oil, German chamomile. And what that is the chamazoline content. So chamazoline is known to be very soothing and reduce that puffiness and that, the extra redness in your skin, and just really cool you down and soothe you down all over. So this is great for skincare. So you can use this roll-on as like a spot treatment on your face, especially if you get some breakouts and some inflamed skin. It's really great for that. But this one is also good for soothing emotions. So blue tansy is one of my favorite oils. If you ever hear me talk about it, I bring it up a lot. So we're gonna add 2 drops of that. And then we're adding just a drop of our German chamomile. You can do 1 or 2 drops as well if you really love it. But again, let's show you this beautiful blue color that comes out. So that's that chamazoline, named after German chamomile. It's kind of that chamomile aroma. And that one you can really smell. It's just like smelling chamomile tea as you're brewing that tea. It's really that aroma that comes through. And so I'm putting it all over my skin. Normally, you don't want to do that with essential oils. You want to be diluting them. But both of these are our ready to use oils. So they've been pre-diluted in jojoba oil, our skincare oil. And so you can actually use them directly out of the bottle. But then you can also add it to all of your products that you make. It's totally fine to dilute further, and it's also very effective. So you can use it in both of those ways. So I added 1, maybe 2 drops of that one. And the third essential oil that we're adding is our peppermint. And so the peppermint, again, is one of those that really cool you down, and literally cooling to the touch. So we're just adding about 1 drop of that as well. It's okay if you get an extra. But it's that menthol in there is really cooling to the touch. So it's great as we're getting into those summertime months and you need that cooling touch, or that cooling feeling, I guess, to cool you down a little bit more. And peppermint is great for that. So I recommend making like a peppermint spray. You can even keep that in the fridge to add an extra bit of coolness. Using that after you're outside all day, that can really help refresh you and revive you and then cool you down as well. But this is great on the go, just keeping, a couple drops of peppermint and your blue tansy and German chamomile. So this is perfect for definitely keep that in your purse, the diaper bag, wherever you have it. And use it for those meltdowns, or if you're starting to feel a little bit, off center, and you need to kind of recenter yourself. This is great to just roll right on your pulse points. You can roll it on your temples, and that'll just help you soothe. And you can just breathe it in, even putting like a drop on your nose kind of helps you breathe that in. Put it behind your ears. You can even do your pulse points or behind your neck, behind your knees, your ankles as well. And that can just really help you re-regulate your whole system. So that is one of my favorite roll-ons. Okay. Oh, great question. So this is not a water-based product. So we had a question about how long this one can last. So as far as DIY products in general, we really just try to encourage within a couple months for that. And you're probably going to be using this one a lot anyway, so you'll just want to remake it over and over again. Um, but if it's not a water-based product, it can last quite a bit longer. But you still want to keep it away from heat, light, and air. That is the things that will make it either oxidize with the carrier oil, or the essential oils will dissipate and evaporate and not be as effective. So that's what you have to worry about with that. But other than that, you can keep that one going. Okay. And we are already on to our final recipe. So I hope you're enjoying the other recipes so far. And our third recipe is all about the end of the day. We need to calm ourselves down and maybe just scrub off the day. If you've had a day and you need to just really reset physically, I love making a scrub because you can physically scrub off the day. Just scrub off those dead skin cells and you just feel renewed. But then also if you especially have some younger kiddos that you're working with, maybe it's grandkids too, they are full of sticky fingers. And so this is great for them too. We're using just a mild natural scrub or exfoliate is your basic table sugar. We're not going to be eating this one, but before you put the essential oils in it, it's perfectly normal sugar. So I already added my 3 to 4 tablespoons of my regular table sugar, whichever you have at home, whichever you prefer. And you're not going to be really absorbing any of that through the skin because it's kind of bigger molecules and you just kind of wash that off as well. So you don't have to worry about that. It's just a really gentle one because some people use salt, but that is a little bit more irritating, especially if you are working with kids or you yourself are having to wash your hands a lot being around kiddos. And you might be, over exfoliating. We don't want to be doing that, but sugar is a nice, gentle exfoliator. Okay, so what we're going to do for that is use 1 ounce of a skincare oil, like sweet almond, but I already have my coconut oil here, so we're just going to do that. But you can definitely, whichever you prefer. Sweet almond is a wonderful carrier oil. It's super nourishing for the skin, has a ton of proteins in there and fatty acids. And it's a little bit of a slower absorption, but still quick. This will be a little bit of less of a hydrating one, but still very good for this scrub. So 1 ounce of our skincare oil is about 2 tablespoons. So I will just be using a tablespoon measurement for this. Okay. And then we'll just give that a little bit of a swirl to help mix into the sugar. And then we are adding 8 drops of sweet orange. So sweet orange is great for both kids and adults alike. It's like that, it's a citrus oil that's super recognizable. It's kind of known as that smiley oil, like a happy, sunshiny oil. A lot of kids eat their little oranges or their little clementines or mandarins. And their snacks, and it's a very pleasing aroma that's very familiar to kids. So that's nice to use around with kids as well. They're not going to say, "Ooh, you smell like mud or earth or something" if you're using a heavier oil. This one is pretty pleasing. So this we're adding 8 drops of sweet orange. And you can see how quick that one came out. And so again, it's super brightening and it just really revives the emotions, really just brightens you back up if you've had a long day being a mom. So we just want to really revive your spirit with some sweet orange. And then we're adding 4 drops of dark patchouli. So we have our lovely patchouli. I absolutely love patchouli. It's just super peaceful and soothing and really grounding. So when you need to, again, recenter yourself at the end of the day, I definitely recommend patchouli and mix with sweet orange. Maybe you're not like a super fan of patchouli. When you mix it with other essential oils, it kind of settles out a little bit more. And it's a really wonderful fixative or base note to other blends that it blends pretty well that you don't notice just the patchouli coming through. So give it a try. See what you think. I know it is a polarizer. You either love it or you hate it. If you don't love patchouli, you can definitely use another essential oil. I've made this with just vanilla. That's another kind of base note. And then it's more like a dreamsicle. And so you can add your vanilla in jojoba, similar to these essential oils. Just add a few more drops than 4 because, again, it's pre-diluted. And that just makes a super delicious aroma for a scrub. But I love patchouli because it's just super grounding and peaceful. And I need that at the end of the day. So we're adding our 4 drops. And patchouli is one of those very thick oils. It's a root oil, or it's a leaf oil, but it's a very heavy oil. So it comes out very slowly, and it really teaches you to be more peaceful and just wait for the patchouli to drop out of the bottle. And like I showed you, you don't have to be shaking it out. That actually doesn't help the drops come out any quicker. You can give it a little tap, just like this. That sometimes can help drop. It just lets gravity drop out on its own. But because of that built-in dropper, you just want to hold it still, and then you can easily count the drops. Okay, so that is all of the ingredients for the scrub. It's just 2 essential oils and a skincare oil and your sugar. And we're going to give that a little bit of a stir. And I love that smell. I can't wait to use it. And so it just ends up looking kind of like a little bit of a paste. And you can kind of see that, and you'll just scrub that. You can keep that at the kitchen. That's an easy place to put it. So while you're using your soap, maybe you want to use the scrub first and just get the extra dirt. This is a great one for giving those moms that love gardening, because you get the dirty fingernails and dirty hands as you're gardening. So it's super great to get that mud off. And you would just smell wonderful at the end too. So lots of uses for this. You could also use this as a body scrub. So it says it's a hand scrub, but definitely great for soaking in the tub at the end of the day, or taking a quick shower and scrubbing down and reviving yourself. So this is one of my favorite scrubs as well. All right. So it is nearing the end of our class. I hope you enjoyed those 3 Mother's Day recipes. Hopefully you can help incorporate a little bit more self-care into your lives and into the lives of maybe your maternal figures that you love in your life, or anybody else. So this is for everyone. And then our next class is going to be Thursday, June 15th. So we just did our Mother's Day class. So Betsy is going to be doing our Father's Day class. This is a super fun one because it's going to be more of our father figure recipes, a little bit more masculine oriented recipes. So those are also highly requested from us because, we take care of our women a lot, but it's great to have men included in some self-care as well. Yeah, so hopefully you can join us next month for that. And again, if you want to watch this class back, we are now posting, give us a few days, but we're posting all of our classes. And if you missed any previous classes, on our YouTube channel. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel on YouTube /Aura Cacia, or you can just search Aura Cacia in YouTube and then click subscribe. I believe that's how it works. And also you can follow us on our social media channels. We're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. So we post a lot about our upcoming classes and some seasonal recipes and what we have going on. So definitely follow us wherever you like to follow. And I hope you all have a beautiful Mother's Day and help honor whoever your maternal figures in your life and just have a wonderful, joyful Mother's Day weekend. So thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.